Welcome back. You're still watching the Business Portal on the Corporate World, and we're talking to international public speaker, Ms. Sha Nacino. Sha, thank you so much for talking about the art of public speaking. And for now, we're now going to talk about something very, very important for our viewers who might want to consider making public speaking a profession.
Sure.
And I know that you really do this. I was asking earlier, either if it's every day or every week or every month, how often do you have public speaking engagements and how did that happen?
Okay, so my journey as a speaker was launched because I wrote and published a book. So this is my first tip. If you want to launch yourself as a professional speaker, one of the best ways is to position yourself as an expert. And one of the best ways to do that is to write a book.
And I know you have your book right now. Perhaps you can share with our audience, what is your latest book?
Okay, this is the latest tool that we developed. It's called the Mission Happiness Journal. I've written 12 books, so this is the 13th. It's a journal. So it's all about what you will journal daily.
Okay.
So anyway, going back to your question a while ago on how I became a professional speaker. So when I wrote a book in 2011, companies started to invite me to speak to their employees. And then events organizers also started to invite me. And when they would ask me, how much do you charge?
Yes.
I had an idea, wow, do you actually charge for talks? Because
I didn't know people would pay.
I didn't know you were supposed to be paid when you speak. But then I decided to not charge first because I remembered what my mentor, Bo Sanchez, said. Use your talents to serve others. Serve first and then money will follow. So I didn't charge because I wanted to test myself. Is public speaking a passion for me or am I in it for the money? So I didn't charge because I wanted to make sure that this is really a passion and I'm doing this not for the money. So from 2011 to 2013, I gave talks to companies, organizations, etc. And I didn't charge a single penny.
Oh, that's how you started.
That's how I started. So I asked myself, is this a passion? Definitely yes. Will I do it with or without payment? Definitely yes. But then when I quit my job on the last quarter of 2013, I put up my own company on January 2014, and I decided to charge for my talks. Because I know the value that I can give the companies or the organizations that will invite me. I know the massive value I can give, and so I was confident to charge an amount.
Wow, and so now that was 2014.
14, yes.
It's now 4 years after?
4 years, oh my gosh.
And this company that you built, perhaps you can share the name and where your office is.
So the name of the company is Right Conversations Publishing and Consultancy. We have 2 offices, one in Makati, so that's the one that is registered. And where I work is in Mandaluyong.
And so a lot of people, when they just really want to work with you, it's not just through public speaking, but I was also sharing earlier that you help people write books.
Yes, that's correct. So I have this online program. It's called the 90-Day Book Writing Challenge. And my very bold claim is I can teach you how to write a book in 90 days, even if you're not a writer, and even if you're busy in your job or business. And so far, I've helped about 50 authors, 60 authors write and publish their first books.
I know that for a fact because we have so many friends who went through this course of yours and now they have books. And I also know that you've helped so many Filipinos, not just here but also abroad, write their own books and share their stories.
Yes.
What are the most popular public speaking topics that people or perhaps companies request from you?
Okay, it evolved. So before, a lot of companies would ask me to give talks on money management.
Yes, I believe that's one of your specialties when you were starting out as a speaker.
So they were asking me to give talks on money management. These days, especially last year and until this year, a lot of companies have this pain of they want to engage their employees. They want to build the culture of malasakit within the company. So what they would ask me, care, malasakit, what they would ask me are talks on gratitude, talks on happiness.
Wow, I guess that also gives you a little bit of peep into what's happening in the corporate world. Perhaps these are also the topics that a lot of the employees are looking for and how to find meaning and purpose in their lives.
Correct.
So how has it been? How has the interaction been with the audience?
So it's great because a lot of these, you could see the hunger in their eyes, these employees. you could see that they're really interested to learn about the topic, because sometimes when employees are sent to a seminar,
Right.
they are there because they were sent, right?
That's true.
But when I give these talks, when I give these topics, you could see that they really want more. They really want to learn, such that even after the talk, they would approach me and ask me, Sha, can I have your contact details? Can I email you if I have more questions? So you could see the engagement.
And you become friends with them, even if the seminar or the talk is already done.
Right.
I have a very simple question. Perhaps it's also in the minds of our viewers. Is public speaking really a viable business? Can you really leave your career and just make this your profession?
Okay, I think yes. The short answer is yes. It's really a viable business because it's something that could give massive value to the company through your words. You could, let me give a very specific example. In 2014, when I charged for my first talk, okay, I won't give the amount, but I'd like to give a comparison. For a 1-hour talk, I charged what I was earning for a half month.
Wow. And that was just 1 hour. And
That
so
was
can you
just 1
imagine
hour.
all the other times you can still spread value to
Right.
people? And so you really, but it's not easy in the sense that you just don't talk and then people will pay. You really have to do your homework, which we heard from you earlier in the show. And that's how you do it.
Exactly. So I liked what you said, because you don't speak because you're a speaker. Okay? You don't speak because you're a speaker. You speak because there is that message that you want to share, and you are sharing it through a talk.
And there's
or
so much
through
love
speaking.
from you.
There's much love, yes. So what I'm saying is, you have to be an authentic speaker. For example, if someone would ask me to talk about how to have a happy marriage or relationship, I would say no because I'm not yet married.
Right.
But if someone would ask me to talk about gratitude, happiness, I could say yes because I'm living it, I'm breathing it.
And
See?
any question they have, you can definitely answer when it comes to those topics.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is, when you're a speaker and someone would ask you to speak on a topic that you don't really live or you are not there yet, have the courage to say no and refer another speaker to the company.
Very, very important. Have the courage to say no
Yes.
when you're not the best speaker for that particular topic.
Exactly. Because what we don't like to happen is someone would ask you to speak on a certain topic, and what you do is you read up books, you attend seminars,
Google
and then
it.
you pick information, then you put it into your talk. So I don't really recommend that because the authenticity is gone.
And you shortchange your audience too that
Right.
way.
So you have to live. You have to. You're already living what you're sharing.
Sha, I have a very simple but practical question for you.
Yes.
You give so much of yourself in all of these speeches, in all of these talks. How do you prevent yourself from perhaps having a speaker's burnout? But because that's very important. A lot
Yes.
of these, it's very internal. You have to be strong internally. But how do you make sure that there's always a part of you that's kept intact for yourself?
Right. I have regular breaks. So during the day, I like to take my slow lunch, or maybe 1 to 2
Slow
hours
lunch.
just by myself, doing nothing. Clear my mind. So 1 to 2 hours every day, and every week I have 1 full day off that I don't do anything work related or anything mental related.
That's so nice.
Yes, so that's on a Sunday. And then every month, I take about 3 to 5 days for vacation.
Every month.
Every month.
Wow. And I believe you see your family and your friends more
Right.
because of this schedule as well.
Yes.
Wow. Sha, how much capital do you need if ever you want to start this business? And aside from perhaps capital, what other things should you think of when you want to become a professional speaker?
Okay, in terms of capital, you don't really need a lot of money. I could say that 5,000 pesos will do because you'll use that 5,000 pesos perhaps to register your business, or maybe 10,000 to register your business, etc., to buy outfit for your
Very
for your
important.
talks. Yes. But of course, the bigger capital there is really what you know, is really your knowledge, your know-how, your heart, your mindset, etc. So in terms of money, not much.
And how do you market yourself? I know right now social media is a big medium for people to just really talk about the business, but how do you market yourself as a professional speaker?
Okay, the first way to market yourself as a professional speaker is, number 1, when you are asked to deliver a talk, you make a really, 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 really good talk because you wouldn't know anyone from the audience. Maybe they would like to bring you to their company. Case in point, from 2011 up until early this year, I never marketed really myself.
Wow.
So most of my talks, either they read my books, they watched me speak in one of the events, and so they recommended me to their boss or HR manager, etc. So that's number one, deliver a really good talk. Number two is write a book.
Really write a book.
Write a book. So when you write a book, you draw people to you. You're not pushing yourself to them, you pull them to you.
And I think you really save on time as well, because you don't need to have that 1 hour, 30-minute face-to-face interaction with someone. Even if they haven't met you, they read your book, you're very authentic, they want to get in touch with you.
Correct. So read the book. Write a book. Number three is be present online. So when I say be present online, write a blog. A lot of my speaking engagements also came from my blog posts.
Okay.
So blog posts, what I'm saying are the tips that worked for me. So write blog posts. Number four is also be present on social media. Okay?
I agree.
Yes. Number five, this is something that I did just late last year. Sponsor an event. Be a sponsor. So I sponsored an HR event just because I believed in the
company,
in the person who put up the event, Darwin Rivers. And so I sponsored the event just because I wanted to give. I didn't expect anything from it. I just wanted to give. And then what I didn't know was that sponsoring an event led me to put up another online platform, which is the Philippines HR newsletter.
That's amazing.
And some of the HR professionals in the Philippines receive newsletters from me bi-monthly. And again, my intention is I really want to give value. So give, and then you'll never know the value that you will get.
That's beautiful. Beautiful
Yes.
share. Sha, I know you're also a member of a professional organization called the Philippine Association of Professional Speakers, or PAPS.
Right.
And that was also the group that brought you to the international convention in Singapore.
Yes.
Perhaps you can talk about what you learned from that international conference and how can Filipinos penetrate the global market of public speaking.
I've learned a lot from the international convention. It's called the Asia Professional Speakers Convention in Singapore. And I'd like to thank my friend Cohen for inviting me. Cohen is from Singapore. He is a Singaporean. And also Lloyd. Lloyd is the president of the Philippine Association of Professional Speakers. He brought with him 8 other Filipinos.
Wow,
So
that's great representation.
Right. So what I learned is, number one, I've noticed the speakers who really did well on stage. They were world class. They delivered so much value, massive value, and they walked their talk. So one particular person that I really admired was Ron Kaufman. Ron Kaufman talked about service. And you know what he did? He didn't just talk about service, he showed it.
Wow, how did he do that?
How? He gave everyone a copy of his book.
Wow.
And there were 250 of us, and he gave each and every one of us free copies of his hardbound book.
Hardbound.
Yes, so talk
That's
about going the
service
extra mile, right?
personified.
Right. The other speaker is Brenda Benz, that I admire, Brenda Benz. Again, she shared so many stories on how to be a professional speaker, and you could see the sincerity in all of her stories. And the way she crafted the stories from beginning to end was just wow. And the third speaker is James Taylor. And I had the chance to speak to him one-on-one after the event. And I asked him his secret.
Okay.
Because his speech was seamless. And then I asked him, did you write everything that you had to say?
Right.
And he said yes.
Oh, wow.
So what he did was he wrote down everything that he had to say. And then he would match that. He uses artificial intelligence. He would match that with the profile of the audience. And he would match, if his message would match the profile of the audience. If not, he has to adjust.
Amazing. So much learning.
The amount of preparation, right? So that's how much he respects the audience.
And it's really inspiring to be at this time where a lot of Filipinos really just want to go out there and say their message. But
Right.
as learning from you, it's really a really important aspect of preparation, passion, and love for your work.
Yes.
We don't have much time anymore, Sha, but I'd like you to please invite our viewers. Perhaps you can share your website, how they can get in touch with you.
Right, so I have a free gift to everyone who's listening right now. If you want the basics of public speaking, I have a free gift for you. Just go to shanacino.com/speak. Again, okay, that's shanacino.com/speak.
Wow. See, just for watching on this show, you already get something from Sha Nacino. And as you can see, she's very authentic. And she really just loves not just the audience, but I think humanity. There's so much love in you.
Yes.
And so, Sha, just perhaps one last message to all our viewers who want to just start public speaking.
Okay.
What's one tip you can leave with them?
One tip that I can give you is to join Toastmasters. Because it's really the best place where you can learn the art of public speaking, and it's also the cheapest. Okay, so if you want to meet people who are great in public speaking, who are selfless in giving advice and comments, then join Toastmasters.
Thank you very much, Sha. It's always an honor to have you on the show.
Thank you,
And
Ren.
I really just wish you the best, not just here for your local speeches, but when you go out into the rest of the world and just share who Sha Nacino is. She's a beautiful and wonderful speaker. And to our viewers, we'd like to thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions, just go to shanacino.com for any questions, and she'll be glad to answer. On behalf of Mr. Howell Mabalot, this has been Renelyn Tan-Castillejos. Thank you for watching, and see you again next week.